Hello, my name is Idessa Tony, and you're joining me today on Seniors with a Purpose. Before sharing what the video's focus is, allow me to name 7 types of senior housing options, although there will be no in-depth education concerning any with the exception of one. Beginning with the least expensive to the more costly, they are independent living communities, adult family care homes, assisted living facilities, skilled nursing facilities, and there's continuing care retirement communities, continuing home ownership where the senior ages in place, and finally, granny pods, also known as backyard bungalows or an accessory dwelling unit. It's a tiny home that has been built on the same property as the existing home to accommodate a senior who remains independent and active but is still in close proximity to family members. My research indicates the average cost to build a tiny home is between $30,000 and $60,000. The first 5 housing types offer different services, and the more care that is needed, the more costly that housing option. So today's video is titled Seniors Who Live in an Independent Living Community, sometimes referred to as age-friendly communities, and I'll use those words interchangeably. No insurance will pay for this type housing. It's mainly out of pocket. If you have serious health concerns, this is not a viable housing option for you. There are positives to seniors being active in their community and those who choose to live independently. Let's take a look at which seniors may be interested in living in this type community. These seniors have adequate finances and are in good health to live comfortably and independently. As we've recognized in many of my videos, interacting with others is very important. Being able to talk to someone with whom you share similar interests stimulates the mind and encourages creativity. As to the physical benefits of being active in an aging community, seniors often become motivated to walk, exercise, hike, and participate in many activities, especially when witnessing that others are actively involved in these things. Seniors who live in independent, active aging communities have made a conscious decision to do so. Many seniors admit they are attracted to an independent living community for many reasons, but socialization is a primary factor. Independent living communities are different from the other 4 housing options in many ways. Seniors who live in these communities are typically 55 years and older. They still operate a vehicle with no problems, continue paying bills on their own. There are no problems with cognition. They manage activities of daily living independently. The apartments are less expensive and vary considerably as to style. Independent living is called carefree and maintenance-free living also because there is housekeeping, weekly laundry, activities, games, lectures, bingo, group trips, and a complimentary shuttle bus service if seniors want to participate in that. Unlike having to be responsible for repairs, gardening, and any other maintenance that home ownership requires, residents feel a newfound freedom not having these responsibilities. A point emphasized in many videos that I presented previously informed that seniors choose interaction with others with the intention of making new friends. An independent living community, it sounds wonderful and positive, doesn't it? It can be if we look realistically at 3 major negatives as well. Number 1, perhaps you're single, widowed, or divorced and moved to an age-friendly community in hopes of finding love. It could happen, but don't be disappointed if it doesn't. There's a ratio of 5 women to every man in an age-friendly community. Can you imagine what kind of problems this could potentially pose? And number 2, this community is like any other. There are neighbors who may not have enough to do to keep themselves busy, so they spend time watching what you're doing, even who's coming and going, and even those who stay overnight at your apartment. And they're often bold enough to come over to tell you what they've seen. This inconsideration for a neighbor's privacy can cause uncomfortable feelings if not addressed immediately. And number three, working with the HOA is not always a positive. Everything you desire to improve or change must be presented and approved or not by the HOA. But HOAs are good to have because they help maintain community standards. For instance, if the color palette for homes is neutral, your neighbor cannot paint their home pink. Neither can they park vehicles in the yard where there's no asphalt. There now exist 636 age-friendly communities nationwide, according to AARP. AARP is not endorsing any municipalities as a place to live, nor does it imply that the community or state listed is age friendly. To find out more about AARP's findings related to independent aging communities, please go to their website, aarp.gov, to learn if there is an age friendly community in a state in which you may have interest. So, we can conclude that an independent aging community may be an appropriate choice for some seniors who are intentional in a decision to just enjoy themselves as much as possible at this stage of life, without concerns of taking care of a home as in times past. This video was purposeful for me because I understand that it's important that seniors are educated regarding options for housing that need consideration as seniors age and if health begins deteriorating. I really hope that this information and education regarding age-friendly communities for seniors will enable you to determine if you're interested in looking into one of these communities, or hopefully this video will provide assistance by helping you determine which housing option would be appropriate for you if you have need. There is additional information on my website, seniorswithapurpose.com, and if you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe, hit the like button and notification bell because I will post one video each week. Thank you for watching.